This is Tom from Petit's Auto Equipment, and I just want to get a quick background. It's your first year at the show, correct?
Yes.
And how long have you been building the 360?
About 11 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. The tunnel was the first one 11 years ago, and then we perfected it and turned it into an in-bay, and we've been selling it for 9 years now.
Fantastic. So give me a quick background of what you guys did in the family.
So I'm the president of Petit Auto Wash, and we manufacture this equipment. I started out in 1968. My father built his first self-serve, and so I grew up fixing car wash equipment my whole life.
Okay.
Went off to college, got an aerospace degree, became a corporate pilot. Flew for a number of years for some big companies, Parker Hannifin, Acme, Cleveland. So
oh, wow, okay.
Cleveland area. All executives. Perfect job for a single guy.
Okay.
And but then while I was doing that, I got a little bit bored because it became a fly for an hour, sit for 8 or 10. Fly for an hour, sit for 8 or 10.
Gotcha.
And my dad was looking to improve his car wash equipment, so I started researching. So I got all over the United States, looked at everybody's equipment, took notes, started building my own.
And you guys were a distributor for those different equipment companies at one point too, right?
Yeah, so as we got into that, my dad picked up some distributor lines and I kicked in and helped. So we started selling car wash equipment, pretty much all the major manufacturers, friction, touch-free, and so we installed them. At the same time I was flying and designing better equipment.
Okay, and you guys, your family personally have owned a couple dozen car washes as well, right?
Yes, so yeah, we have, between my brother and I think we have 15 washes right now.
Okay, so you're an owner, you were an equipment distributor, pilot, engineer, and that's how this all came about.
It all came about.
And birthed that.
Because I'm easily bored.
Fantastic. Now, I will say one thing about their equipment is you guys are fanatical. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our reputation. We do everything. My wife calls it obsessed.
Obsessed is one word. Yep, the aerospace obsession.
Yeah.
Fantastic. They heat their gearboxes so they're 30 degrees above temperature at all times, so it doesn't get condensation. You guys heat your electrical boxes,
Junction
correct?
Boxes, yeah.
And then you coat everything with the latest and greatest coating at all times.
Either stainless steel or plastic, and if it can't be that, then it's got double, coatings on it. So.
Gotcha. And you have patents on all this as well.
Yeah. So this machine has 4 patents on it. I currently have 8 patents.
Okay.
In car wash equipment that I've designed.
Okay. Fantastic. And a quick rundown of this machine. It has more impact, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So the primary thing that we did was we did a lot of research on nozzles and impact, and the big problem with most nozzles is they lose impact as you get farther away from the car.
Okay, makes sense.
So what we did was really triple the size of the nozzle,
okay,
narrow it down to a 5-degree angle, and concentrate all that impact into a very small area, and that will carry the distance. So instead of all the impact dissipating across the foot to 2 foot, we can carry that impact all the way 6 feet away.
So it's a bigger water droplet, right? So it's like more mass hitting the...
Yeah, so that's the second benefit. So more water, more impact. When you put the bigger nozzle on, the droplet size gets much larger, and it's kind of like throwing a bowling ball versus a wiffle ball. One's going to just keep going.
Gotcha. But it doesn't use more water ultimately.
No, so
because the more narrow, is that why?
Yeah. So we oscillate. So narrow impact, and then we oscillate it to get the coverage, but we do it very quickly. So that reduces the water consumption. The biggest thing we do to reduce water consumption is on our side sprayers, we turn off the unused nozzles.
That's right.
So on a car, we're only running 3 nozzles on the side. On a pickup truck, when we see the cab, we turn the extra nozzles on that we need. And when we see the bed, we turn them back off.
Fantastic.
So that's how the side washers save water. And the top washer has its own patent. And what it does is we scan the height of the vehicle. And in this case, we have even bigger nozzles, which would have way too much impact on the top of the van. So what we do is on a van, we spool the pump down. So we take a VFD drive and spool the motor and the pump speed down and produce less impact. If we start out on the hood of a sports car, we spool it back up. So we run up full pressure, and as the vehicle gets taller and taller, we start dropping that pressure and impact. So that's the patent, is that we have the same amount of impact on the hood of a sports car as we do on the roof of a truck.
Gotcha. So you're not peeling the paint off the roof and you're still getting the sports car clean.
Exactly.
Okay, and now...
So that drops the water consumption also.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right. And now the in-bay could do 29 cars an hour.
Yes.
And the tunnel system would do up to 180 an hour.
180, yeah. Self-adjust to whatever conveyor speed they run.
Gotcha. And you guys also have distribution technology to show per wash how much chemical is being used real time, right?
Yeah. So on the in-bay, we have electronic flow sensors that meter the amount of chemical going on into each injector. So each chemical pass, we would give you a readout on our screen of exactly how many milliliters of chemical you use. And at the completion of the wash, you spit out and tell you exactly how much you spent in chemicals.
Yeah.
So that updates every car.
That's fantastic.
And so that's great for setup. And then over time, the cars are different lengths. And so you want to look back at the last 10 cars or 1,000 cars. We accumulate that and we look, so you're able to tell exactly your chemical costs for each wash package.
Yep. Okay.
It'll also track then, since we can do that, we're tracking the drum levels and we can tell you when your drum needs changed.
Oh, okay. And you also mentioned before, if like a foot valve goes bad, right? It'll click a flag for that.
Right, so you can set high and low level limits. So you get your soap all set perfectly, and then over time that foot valve maybe clogs up. You start using a little less chemical. You'll hit the low limit. We'll send you a text and say your pre-soak one is out of range low.
Yep.
Somebody messes up and opens it up, valve up too high, playing around adjusting it, you'll get a text that says out of range high.
Yeah, fantastic.
So you don't waste money, you keep it right in the proper range.
And you can monitor all the time, virtually no matter where you're at, if something goes wrong. Fantastic. Well, Tom, appreciate your time. It's busy. It's your first show. How's it going today? Your first show?
Excellent. Beyond our expectations. So.
Beyond our expectations. We've had a lot of people come here that have heard about you over the years and finally wanted to see you at a show, and it's all been word of mouth before this, right?
Yeah. So this is our first advertising that we've done. The great thing has been all the existing customers that have showed up and give
unfiltered, just testimonials.
Just walked up at random times and said, "Oh yeah, I got this machine. It's great."
Fantastic. The one thing I've heard quite often, which sold me, was when people buy one of your equipment, they come back and buy more. Yeah. Which, I mean, you can't ask for anything more than that.
No.
So, all right. Well, thanks for your time, Tom, and we'll see you guys later. Just want to give you a quick update of what's going on with Petit's equipment. Thank you.